So I create more space here. After creating the parcel file descriptor, I have to initialize my renderer. So renderer gonna be new PDF renderer like this. And I have to pass the parcel file descriptor here, PFD, like this. For this highlight, I can use Alt and Enter and add this assert PFD. It's not like that. After that, I would like to see how many pages we have in the file. So I'm creating an integer variable. I'm just calling it page count, and I have to get the number of the pages from the renderer. So I'm getting the renderer here dot get page count. So here we know how many pages we have in the file. Then we create a for loop to get the pages one by one. So I'm typing for int I equal 0, and it's gonna be for I smaller than page count, and I'm incrementing the I here like this. So we get the pages one by one from the renderer. To get the pages, we have to use PDF renderer.page. I'm calling it page, and it's coming from renderer.openPage. And the for index of the page is starting from 0, of course. That's why I pass the integer variable here. So we have the page. Now we can get the page size. I create another 2 integer variable. I'm calling it W for the width. It's gonna be page.getWidth, and another one H for the height, and it's gonna be page.getHeight, like this. Here we get the page and we get the size of the page, and now we have to create a bitmap and make the background of the bitmap with the white color. To create bitmap, I type bitmap. I am calling it bitmap, and of course it's gonna be bitmap creator. Like this. I select this one. Let me close this line. First of all, I have to put the width of the page, so I can use W for the width, and then we have to pass the height, and I use H. Then we have to set the configuration of the bitmap, so I'm typing bitmap.configuration, and I'm using ARGB888. This is working fine. So this is a bitmap which is as much as our page size, and of course it's supporting RGB, so it means you can fill it with any color you want, but still the background is not white. To make the background white, we have to create a canvas. So I'm creating a canvas. I'm calling it canvas. It's gonna be new canvas, and I pass mbitmap here. To set the background to white, I'm using the canvas.drawColor, and I set the color to white. Color.white, like that. So now we have to render the page and paste it on the bitmap. For that, I bring the page here, and I'm using a render. Then I'm passing my bitmap with the white background here, and bitmap. Then for the rectangle, I can put null. Also for the matrix, I can put null. It's gonna be fine. And PDF renderer.page.render mode for display. Like this. The bitmap is gonna be with the value of the page. So it's time to close the page because we don't need this page anymore. So it's important to close it. Otherwise we get memory leak, and we can add our bitmap to our array list here. So bitmaps.add, and I pass bitmap here. I remove the empty line to make it smaller. And now after the for loop, we have to close the renderer. So renderer.close, and also we have to close ParcelFileDescriptor because we don't need it anymore and we don't want to get any memory leak. So when we call this getBitmap, we should get the URI and load the file and fill up the bitmap array list with the pages. The bitmaps here will be filled with the value of this getBitmap method. I'm using Alt-Control-L for rearrange the code like this. And now I have to make sure this line will be executed completely because the PDF file may be big and get time to load this one. So I have to wait for this thread getting finished. So to get the result and make sure it's finished, I have to create run on UI thread. I'm creating this run UI thread, and of course inside should be runnable like that, and of course summarize it with replacing with lambda. I'm using Alt and Enter and replace it with lambda, so it's much smaller. And here we are make sure this thread is completely finished and result will be passed here. And what's the result? Result is bitmap. So when we get the bitmap, I would like to pass it to a recycler view. For the recycler view, I have to come to my activity and create a recycler view here. So recycler view is gonna be match parent, and also I would like to set this one to match parent. I have to set an ID. I just write recycler view, maybe like page, something like that. And I would like to set a margin for the button to not go under this open PDF button. So I would like to put something like 30 dp. Let's see how it is. I have to create the links, top to top of parents, start to start of parents. I don't need to add the link for end to end of the parent because it's already matched parent. And also bottom to bottom, I don't need, because also here the height is match parent. So 2 links are enough. And as you can see, the bottom of the recycler view is going to middle of the bottom. So I would like to bring it a little bit higher. 60 is too much, maybe 56. Okay, looks good. And of course, recycler view needs layout manager. So layout manager, I would like to set it to linear layout manager, which is simple. Now I have to create the layout for the recycler view. So I'm going to the layout, and here I'm right click, new layout resource file. I have to choose a name, pages layout. I change this one to linear layout because it's easier and faster. I would like to change this one to wrap content to be fit with our page. And here I'm adding an image view. So match parent, wrap content, and of course I need an ID, image view, pages or page, and that's it. Now it's time to create the adapter. So I'm coming to Java folder, right click, Java class, pages adapter. I create this one. I have to extend it to recycler view.adapter like this. Then we need a view holder. It's gonna be public static class. I'm calling it my holder and extend it to view holder like this. Of course, I have to create constructor. I click on it, Alt and Enter, and create the constructor. Now I have to put my view holder here. So my view holder like that. Then I have to implement the method. I'm using again Alt and Enter and implement the method. I keep all of them selected and click on OK.